budgeting, spending. What is it? Why do we got to do it? I'm a grown man. Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy, Gary B. I want to welcome you to my third season of Mentally Financial. I want to thank you for the first two seasons being very good. Thank you. Y'all are good. It was my first time doing this. I love what I do. Financial education is my thing. This year, we're going to be talking about money management all year long, okay? Today, we're going to talk about the first level of finance. That's my idea. Now, I'm not saying that this is what they teach us in school, but in my mind, the first level of finance is budgeting and spending. So, I want y'all to sit back, get you something to drink, get you something to eat, because today's show is going to be great. I'll be right back in a minute. This is your boy, Gary B. Peace. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. This is your boy, Gary B. I want to welcome you to Mentally Financial. Thank y'all for coming back. Hey, what is budgeting? Budgeting is the process of calculating how much money you must earn or save during a particular period of time and of planning how you will spend it. Okay? Spending. The definition of spending is the act of giving money for goods and services. Those are the governmental, communal type of, I would say, definitions, y'all. But you also got to look at it this way, too. Just because that's what the definitions are don't mean that's what we got to live within. Because I'm not trying to constrict, anybody's livelihood or anybody's life or, go out and have fun. If you're in your 20s, if you're in your teens, have fun, but you got to remember tomorrow is coming if God blesses you with it. Tomorrow is coming, so you have to look at tomorrow. So that's where the budgeting and the spending does play a role, okay? Now, I have my notes here in front of me, so we're going to really, really dive into this thing. Like I said, this is just my thought pattern when I work with my clients and I work with people about their finances. I start with the first level of finance. And that, like I said, is the topic of today's show, and it's budgeting and spending. What I normally do is we talk about financial goals. Excuse me. That's the first thing that we really have to look at. What are our financial goals? Do we have a goal in mind? Are we trying to achieve something? You know what I'm saying? Because the budgeting and the spending has a lot to do with me living every day, but do I have some financial goals for the future? That's where tomorrow comes in, okay? So you have to really sit down with yourself or your family or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your situation is right now, and figure that part out, okay? Now, I broke down a few things of how I do it. You don't have to do it like me, y'all, because I just got a little raise from the government. I'm at $37.50 a month right now. Yes. I live off of $3,750 a month from my military pension. You know what I'm saying? That's not a lot of money, but I live minimal. I don't need a lot of things. I was, in a position where I could put my money in other places. So it worked out well for me. So that's where that comes into play. Okay. So yes, I can live off $3,700. Remember, I was just living off $3,400 just a month ago. Now I'm at 37. So that's that extra money that, hey, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to put it into play for me. Okay. Now, remember, on this show, we don't talk about investing and we don't talk about real estate because those are other upper level things. You know what I'm saying? That's in my mind. Those are level 3s and 4s and things like that. Level 1 is budgeting and spending. In my mind, number 2, the second level would be credit. So I only work with people with level 1 and level 2 issues. Okay. That's what I work with. Now, I have several bank accounts. I have my main bank account, which is for my bills. What are bills? Rent, mortgage, auto, lights, gas, water, telephone, internet, cable, insurance, things like that. That's my main account. Then I have my second account, which is my spending account. My spending account for me is my food. You know what I'm saying? That's all I put into that account, my grocery money, okay? Then my third account is my savings. I don't even talk about the retirement or the school. The savings is whatever your definition of it is, okay? Don't be put into that baby boomer / Generation X, all of our main thoughts, because today savings is different for people, okay? People are trying to retire earlier and things of this nature, trying to become entrepreneurs or whatever the case might be. So your savings might not be that retirement. Your savings might not be to go to school. It might not be for you. So I say your savings is whatever you want it to be. Then my fourth account is my emergency account, which, forgive my language, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? That's that account. Okay. Now, for people who don't know this, 30% of Americans right now in this world, American in this, United States of America, cannot even afford or handle a $400 emergency. $400 emergency. If it hits us right now, can you handle it? You have to ask yourself that question. Okay. So with that being said, we have to be realistic with ourselves. So that is that emergency account. Okay. I am asking everybody who can hear this podcast, please, if you can't not do anything else with your money this year, put $400 into an emergency fund. If you can't add no more to it, don't worry about it. But put at least $400 into this emergency fund. Okay? And leave it there. Leave it there. Don't touch it. If you can add to it, great. If you can't, leave it. Then I have my fun account. My fun account, which I have to say this, I sometimes fund it with my credit card. Even though I'm putting cash into the bank account, the fun account, yes, I'm putting cash into it, but I actually fund my trips with my credit card so I can get the points and things like that. Like I said, that's another class. That's a second level of how to use your credit card to your benefit, okay? Now, the fun account is the travel. It's the going to the club. It's the going to the movies, going to the restaurants, your grooming items, getting the haircuts, getting your hair done. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature is what that account is all about. Okay. Now, you didn't hear me talk about tune-ups and oil changes and things of that nature because I kind of, in that spending account, that's why I put that little extra money. I only get my oil changes like every 6 months. And mine is roughly runs me about $66. So I know that I got to put $70 over into that account for an oil change in 6,000 miles. You see what I'm saying? I know when they look at my tires, hey, you need some new tires. The average tires for my car run about, $150 to $200 depending on what brand I'm getting. So I know I got to do these things. So that's my spending, but you have to look at the time frame. You see what I'm saying? So if you can put that extra money right now to that level, then do it. Everybody can't do it. Now, I'm not saying that everybody needs 5 bank accounts like I have. Like I said, the main account for bills, the spending account for needs, the saving accounts is for the future. The fun account is for life. And then the emergency account, shit happens account. That's how I structure my budget, okay? Off of, like I said, at one time it was $3,400. Now it's $3,700. So now I got a few extra dollars that I have to figure out where I want to put it. So it's all about knowing what you want to do, knowing your future, knowing your presence. You see what I'm saying? Your present time. Because your future going to be messed up if the present is messed up. So you have to work on this level 1 finance. Okay, y'all? Let's work on it. And I'm going to tell y'all, automation can be your best friend. What I mean by automation, your money is going to that main account. When you set your bank accounts up right, all these other accounts I was telling you about, hey, even if it's a minimum of 3, which is your main, your spending, and your saving, even if that's all you can set up, that's perfect. Automation still works because your direct deposit goes into the main account Remember, that account is only for paying bills. So any extra money goes into your savings, and it goes into, your spending, or however you set yours or structure yours up. So with that being said, let's work on that, y'all. Let's do what we can to start working on that in 2023. Now, I structure my classes for the person who makes $7.25 an hour up. Now, because we know the federal law states that nobody should work for less than $7.25. That's the minimum wage, okay? Now, not many people are actually working for $7.25 an hour. There might be some people out there that are still getting that. But how I structure your budget with you, I think in the mindset of the $7.25. Okay, then you start seeing that, dang, I either got to get more education, or I got to get another job, or I got to do something to get this extra money for me to live comfortably the way I want to live. That's what that's all about. So I don't want y'all to be the 30% of Americans who can't afford a $400 emergency. I don't want y'all to be that person who is living in so much debt that they can never see daylight. I don't want you to be that person who can never have fun. This is about having fun. God didn't put us on this earth to pay other people all the time. Have fun yourself. You know what I'm saying? So don't stress over all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's what the show Mentally Financial is all about. Keeping yourself afloat and not being stressed over something that can easily be done. You just have to change your lifestyle. You have to change your thought pattern and your mindset. It can happen, y'all. Automation is your best friend. Paying your bills on time can get you to the next level. Doing these things that I'm talking about doing will bring down that stress level and bring your financial level up to a game that you can get into the ballpark with everybody else, okay? So like I said, this show is about building, budgeting, and spending. First level of finance is what we're talking about. Get your first level of finance under control. Everything else will be easy peasy, y'all. Hey, I'm your boy, Gary B. I'm not going to hold you much longer. I want to say thank you for coming and sitting back, and you made it to the end. You were members of my first show of my third season. Hey, this is your boy, Gary B., Mentally Financial. Money management is what we're talking about all year. If you're ready to get that money under control and manage it, I'm your boy, Gary B. And follow me on your favorite podcast network. I'm out there everywhere, y'all. Wherever you listen to your podcast at. I'm your boy, Gary B. Until the next episode. I love y'all.